Here we are in Everquest landmark again, and we're on my claim. I've made a few changes, but basically it's to the workshop area. We're going to do a little bit of building today. I have done nothing pretty much as far as the interior and such for the claim. Right now I'm only going to work on the one single claim is actually doing anything. The other two claims are just going to be workshop experimental area, and then the other area, which is public for people to copy the micro voxel boards. I have one over here as well, which is set up, but as you can see, I've been doing some experimenting. This is my micro voxel board. Basically, it's some different shapes and stuff which you can combine. It's all 10 by 10 by 10 cube voxels, but by using the smoothing tool and various ways of connecting them to air and no air, you can create different shapes. And what I've done is I copied a corner of my build and then did some experimenting. This way, if I make some mistakes or screw things up, I don't end up having to rebuild my main claim, because I have copies here that I can experiment on and redo. I just make another one and put it up and do some stuff. So what I did was I made a column design for each of the corners that I want to put up, and here's some of the experimental blob shapes that I created so that I could try to come up with something I wanted to use. So from here on out, we'll go ahead and go into speed build mode, and I will do some improvements to the claim. I'm pretty much done with what I'm going to do today. I put those pillars up and I did some guarding now. The plants right now can be crafted on crafting stations, which is pretty easy, and I can make hundreds and stuff. But as the game goes into live format, you will be required to go out into the wilderness and harvest plants that you want to transplant on your claim. But for now, I've created a little bit of a garden up here. I've got these Japanese style deity lanterns from swap meet and use them up. I expect those lights will glow pretty good when the sun sets. As you can see, these plants here also glow. The purple ones glow. So at night this will look pretty bright. And what I'm going to do now is spend some time over here in my workshop. I will do some messing around with stuff, experimenting and everything. It's a lot of trial and error to create things using the micro voxels, normal voxels. I mean, everything's a 10 by 10 by 10 or approximately 10 inch by 10 inch by 10 inch cube. That's the size of the voxel. Everything else in the game is a derivative of that one cube, including spears and everything else. The spears are just basically large amounts of the cubes that have been smoothed to look as round as possible and turned into a cube. Cylinders, all that stuff is smoothed cubes. So yeah, it's just a lot of trial and error, just like, you know, learning how to paint and draw and other things. You spend 4 or 6 hours each day for 2 years and you become halfway decent at it. And in the meantime, you experiment, trial and error, and work with it and get better at it each day. So we will see you next time after I do some trial and error and see what kind of stuff I can come up to put in for finish work on the claim.